In today's lesson, you're going to learn how to solve an inequality by multiplying or dividing. So there are two examples given here. I want you to pause the video and read over those examples. Okay, one of the things that you may have noticed in example 2, when they were graphing that inequality on the number line there, they've made a typo. All of those numbers should be negative, so add that in. Okay, so we're going to do some exercises. So it says to solve each inequality and check your solution, then graph the solution on a number line. So you will want notebook paper for today's lesson. You may also prefer to have a calculator as well. So we're going to go and write down the number 1. I want you to write that down on your notebook paper, and we'll solve it on the notebook paper, and then we'll come back and graph. So 81 is less than 90. So you solve an inequality the same way that you solve an equation. The only difference, and this was on the previous page in the top section, if you have to multiply both sides or divide both sides by a negative number, then your inequality symbol will flip around. That's it. All right, so for this one, I'd solve this. I'd start off by dividing both sides by 9. Now, 9, that's a positive 9, so nothing will happen to my inequality symbol. 9 is less than D. So that is the answer, but remember when we want to, in the previous lessons, I told you that it's easier if we have our variable written so that it is on the left side. 9 less than D is equivalent to D greater than 9. Because remember, here that inequality symbol is pointing, if you will, to 9. So if I flip-flop the 9 and the D, it should still be pointing to the 9. Okay, so this is going to be D is greater than 9. That's my final answer. And then I'm going to come back to the first page, and we're going to write that down. And now we're going to graph it. So that would be an open circle on 9, and all numbers greater than 9 are going to be to the right. Okay, so that's number 1. All right, let's try number 2. P divided by 3 is less than negative 12. So to solve this, I would start off by multiplying both sides by 3. Now, I do see a negative number in there. Did I multiply both sides by a negative? No. I multiplied both sides by a positive number, so nothing happens to that inequality symbol. So I get that P is less than negative 36. And I don't need to rewrite it. That looks just fine. So P is less than negative 36. Let's go over here to number 2 and we'll graph it. So I'm going to write it down, P less than negative 36. Now, as per usual, our number line is missing those negative symbols. So we're going to add those in really quick. And now we're ready to graph. So find negative 36. It should be an open circle there because we can't be equal to negative 36. And we're less than, so all the numbers that are less than negative 36 are on the left side. Let's do number 3. So 3 says h divided by negative 4 is greater than or equal to 3. H divided by negative 4. Okay. When I solve this one, I'm going to start off by multiplying both sides by negative 4. Now, since I multiplied both sides by a negative, my inequality symbol flips around. See what just happened right there? So it flipped around. And then 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. So this is going to be h is less than or equal to negative 12. Let's graph it. H is less than or equal to negative 12. Again, the negative symbols need to be added in on my number line there. So I'm going to find negative 12 It should be a shaded circle because I've got the less than or equal to part. And we're going to make our arrow over here to the left. Okay, now it's your turn. You're going to do 4 through 8. And I believe that you may have noticed some of these, the negative symbols are not on the number line, so add those in. So you need to fix number 4, 5, let's see, and that's it. 4 and 5 looks like we need to fix those. Okay, so pause the video and complete those problems. Okay, so you should be checking your answers to 4 through 8. I want to point out number 5. Number 5, clearly there was a typo there with the way the problem was written. So it should have been written as negative 2/3 x is greater than 12. So you may need to go back, pause the video, and go back and try 5 again. Okay, so this is how number 5, the final answers and how they should be graphed. And here is the work for those problems. So again, you may need to pause the video to get this. If you have questions about any of the problems that were done here, please contact your teacher. Make sure that you upload your work that you've done on your notebook paper to this assignment as well, and then complete your independent practice.